You guys, welcome to the channel, or welcome back to the channel. As most of you know, I am a huge advocate for gun rights. But in order to own a firearm, I also believe you need to dot all your I's and cross all your T's, and to make sure the person who is purchasing the weapon completely legal. Obviously, there are going to be people who have no priors, who have no past, whether it be mental illness or any sort of crimes committed. And that is sad and unfortunate, but in reality, these people, if they're going to do something terrible, such as to kill another human being over nothing, they're going to do it one way or another. Take a look at the stabbing rates that have been going on in the UK recently. Now, while yes, there are a lot of terrible people out there who are going to just do terrible things regardless, far more good people out there just trying to protect themselves, their family, their property, and their just lives in general. The gun being the great equalizer. The main thing you should have as a form of self-defense should be a firearm. Especially if you're a woman and you're living alone, I cannot recommend it enough. Now, unfortunately, there are some outliers in these situations. But like I was saying earlier, there are still a lot of people who can get a firearm because they have no priors, they have no mental conditions that have been documented, nothing. They can just go in, undergo the background check, clear, and sure enough, get a firearm. But the question always still remains, at what point do your rights infringe on other people's? That, unfortunately, is circumstantial, and there is no really exact answer for it. Every single situation is a little bit different. The story that I'm going to go into today is pretty dark and very sad. So let's go ahead and hop into it. Must watch. Man guns down father and son outside a Brooklyn apartment over noise dispute. Police investigating. Is this self-defense? Haitian father and son died. Police are investigating after a father and son were shot and killed in a Brooklyn apartment building on Sunday night during an alleged noise dispute with their downstairs neighbor. A video of the incident has since gone viral, with some seemingly suggesting that the actions could have been considered self-defense. And I'm going to tell you right now, none of this is self-defense. Others vehemently argue that the confrontation was a cut and clear execution. Now, I do want to make this absolutely clear. This did start off as self-defense, but then it turned into a straight execution. U.S. congressional candidate Sir Major Page shared a video of the harrowing incident and asked, was this self-defense or was this cold-blooded murder? It was cold-blooded murder, I assure you. He also posted a screenshot of a now deceased father holding scissors along with the caption, Haitian father with scissors confronts downstairs neighbor who had a gun. And yes, as you can see in this little snapshot, the man is holding the scissors here towards the man who has a gun, but they don't know at this point that he has a gun. Sir Major Page is a well-known Black Lives Matter activist and agitator and has been accused of fraudulently using donations to a Black Lives Matter Facebook page to fund his home purchase fund. According to WTVG, he was arrested by the FBI over the charges in September 2020. Now, I am going to play a very edited version of this video. I do know YouTube would 100% block the original version, but honestly, I wouldn't want to post it anyways. But if you guys want to find the full version, it is not hard to find. You basically just have to open up the X app or Twitter app or whatever you want to call it. So let's go ahead and pull it up and let's go ahead and walk through it. So as you can see, before I even hit the play button, the Haitian father is approaching a man who's standing on the staircase here. So let's go ahead and run this a little bit here. He's walking up, and this is apparently over a sound dispute. He's holding the scissors. He's holding them like at the blade area, which is kind of strange. And this man seems pretty well composed as standing here at the edge of the stairs. This looks like the wife coming up like, come on, back up, leave him alone. And as she backs him up, the man steps back and reaches into his waist here. He's telling her to get away. He's approaching. He reaches all the way in and pulls out a gun. He's like, okay, you have a gun. I'm done. I'm going to walk away. He starts walking away. He starts telling his wife to go inside. And right here, of course, I have to heavily edit this. He starts shooting that man. He starts shooting the man in the white shirt, the father, I'm assuming. And then here, as you can see, this blur that's going on, this blur that's going on here, this is the son approaching. I don't know if he's trying to get to the man or try to get away, because it doesn't look like he's crossing over. Again, you will have to watch the video that's completely unedited. He just gets gunned down. He gets shot several times. If we pull back, you can kind of tell. He's walking past. He shoots. He shot about 4 or 5 times right there. And now that he's on the ground, and obviously I can't show you this, he then puts another bullet in him to execute him. He literally ends him right there. There is a bit of a scene later in the video where you can see him still moving and rolling around. I don't know if that's just his body responding. I don't think he's still alive. Next, he walks up over to the man that's already been gunned down on the ground over here, as you can see. He's down on the ground over here. He's clearly been shot, and he's buckled down on the ground. His wife shut the door on him so he can't actually get inside, and he's just here, just basically bleeding out. The man proceeds towards him, pulls up his gun, and then executes him. Of course, I have to edit that out, especially. The man then proceeds over to the elevator and then waits, and that's pretty much the entirety of the video. I do not encourage any of you to look up this video, but if you want to see it for yourself, I don't blame you. But be prepared to watch two men essentially get executed. I have at this point watched this video frame by frame many times, and it's not going to help me sleep tonight, I can tell you that much. But what I can tell you for sure is that this was murder. This was not self-defense. It might have started off as self-defense, but as the man was turning his back to get away from the situation, you just shot him. And I can't tell if the son was trying to get away from the gunfire or try to get to the gunman to stop him from shooting. The gunman then just basically shot the son several times. And another time when he was already on the ground pouring blood. If you watch the video, there is literally a pool forming around him. Then he reapproaches the father who was on his face at the front door of his own apartment, and then drawing the firearm up to the head of this man who's clearly almost dead as it is, and then executing him. So what essentially started off that could be argued as self-defense 100% turned into an execution, turned into a murder. But like I said, you guys, I have watched this video several times. I, without a doubt, would call this a double homicide. Now, because of the nature of this video and two people were actually killed, I will not be linking the video in the description. You are more than welcome to look it up to do your own analytics, that's fine, but I cannot in the right mind post that myself. But I do want to know what you guys think, self-defense or murder? Definitely leave those thoughts and comments in the comment section down below. And as always, you guys, do not forget to hit the like or that dislike button, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell so you always get notified when I post a new video, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.